Today's case study is on Sukh, Singh, Sapra. Sukh joined the plan at 37 years old and he was able to get a six-pack in 16 weeks. I'm going to explain to you guys exactly how we achieved this really good result in just 16 weeks. My name's 𝐂𝐥𝐢𝐞𝐳𝐭. I am from Team Fit Gains. I've helped thousands of Indians get rid of their 𝗳𝗏, drop that stubborn belly fat without sacrificing their favorite foods. Yes, that means you can eat roti, you can still eat your nanni's aloo wale paronte. You can find out more information and check out all the transformations below. The link is in the description. At the time of joining, Sukh was 37 years old. He was a family man. He had 2 young kids and he was also balancing a very busy work schedule with his DJing. Because of this, there was a lack of sleep, he had a lack of time, his energy levels were low, and he didn't really have a proper structure and routine to his training. The first thing I got Sukh to do was complete a questionnaire. He was able to give me his body measurements, he was able to give me his food likes and dislikes and his preferences, and also his current routine and workout schedule. Based on all of this, I was able to calculate his calories and I was able to work out his current body fat percentage. So he was starting just above 20% body fat, and our goal for him was to get to around 12 to 13%. At 12 to 13% body fat, your abs will be very, very visible. Anything under 15%, you'll start seeing those abs come through, but the goal was to definitely get him as chiseled as we could. With his work and family life being quite hectic, we decided to go with a 3-day training plan. Now, most people think, don't you need to be going to the gym every day, training really hard? And the answer is actually no. When it comes to fat loss, the main thing that you need to prioritize is actually going to be the diet. Diet is going to be 80 to 90% of the work when it comes to dropping that body fat. And because Sukh had been training before, he had a decent amount of muscle mass on him already. You could tell his chest was developed, arms and shoulders were quite nice. It was just around that stomach area he was holding that body fat. So our goal with Sukh wasn't really to build any muscle. It was definitely more focused on dropping body fat while maintaining muscle. So to do this, we needed to eat the right amount of calories. Calorie target was 1900 calories per day, and we went for 160 grams of protein per day. By doing this consistently, he was in a big enough deficit to drop body fat, but the protein remained high so that his muscle mass would be protected. One of the things you have to really watch out for is when you're doing a diet and a calorie deficit is that you might lose muscle. But to stop this from happening, you need to have a high protein diet and also strength training. He was only training 3 times a week, so we had to make it intense and effective. We focused mainly on his compound lifts and we were trying to get stronger where we could. Now, this does get difficult when you're in a calorie deficit. You're not always going to get stronger. In the beginning, we saw some strength gains, but then it did kind of plateau after. But the key thing was not to drop in strength. On top of the 3 times a week of training, we set a step target for Sukh at 10,000 steps a day. He was able to go out for his walks and get this in, even sometimes walking around the office, just making sure he was hitting that target on a daily basis. So his calories were at 1900, protein 160 grams a day, 3 times a week in the gym, 10,000 steps. And then we also made sure he was getting 7 hours or more of sleep per day. We were really focusing in on his sleep because before his sleep pattern was all over the place, especially with being a DJ. He was working late nights and we just made sure that the days he wasn't working, he was getting enough sleep. Another big challenge for Sukh was being around the wedding party environment. There was lots of food there and there's lots of alcohol, late nights, and that's not really a great combination for someone trying to get fit and lean. We made sure that Sukh was prepared and that he took his own food to his gigs. I also gave him a backup plan just in case he wasn't able to take his own food to the gigs or he might have forgotten one day. It was just about eating the right things when you're at the wedding. Now, a lot of the times the food is high in calories, high in oil, deep fried, but there are some options like the chicken tikka, which can be decent with some salad on the side, maybe one little roti or a bit of rice to keep you going. Sukh was really good. 99% of the time he was prepped and he took his own food to his gigs. Over the 16 weeks, Sukh was able to get down to that 12 to 13% body fat. His waistline reduced by 12 centimeters, ended up dropping 7.3 kilos of body fat. So it took us 16 weeks to get him chiseled and six-pack lean, but he actually stayed on the plan for an extra 8 weeks. So in total, we did 24 weeks. Not only did we get the result in 16 weeks, over the next 8 weeks, I taught Sukh how to maintain his results while slightly increasing those calories, implementing a reverse diet. Whenever you drop body fat, it's really key that you do a reverse diet afterwards. Once you've hit the goal, that is not the end point. You want to learn, how do I maintain this? Key to this is slowly increasing your calories over the following weeks to your new maintenance calories. Whenever you drop a significant amount of body fat and weight, you're going to have to recalculate your maintenance calories. They're probably going to drop a little bit because you are a lighter person now. At the end of the plan, you're eating more calories, but you're staying lean. As long as you don't go over your maintenance, you're not going to put on any body fat. So this way, you can maintain your results without feeling like you're on a strict diet. Fast forward a few years, Sukh is still in great shape. He's taken his body and his mind to the next level. Sukh also does a lot of personal development now, and he also helps others with personal development. So give him a shout. I'll link his Instagram below. He's someone that's been there, done it, and has kept the results whilst maintaining a healthy work and family life balance. If you're someone that seems to be struggling with their fitness, their diet and their training, you could download my free fat loss guide. I'll put the link below. The calorie calculator in there that will calculate how many calories you need, how much protein you need. It'll also tell you your body fat percentage, and it will set you some targets and some goals along the way. It gives you a really good understanding of diet and nutrition and can help you with some example meal plans and templates with the training plans as well. Click the link below and download it.